Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips on my solo trap in Dragon Arena. So today's clips are mostly solo trapping with a couple rallies at the end as well. So again, in Dragon Arena, this is probably the best time if you want to test out your traps because you can do silly things, lose a bunch of troops, and heal up or don't heal up. It's really up to you what you want to do. So if you ever have a trap and you don't really, or you're not very confident in how it's gonna work out, or you're not confident in your comp, and you actually don't know how your stats are gonna work with your comp against a certain amount of people, this is a great time to do it, especially if you don't have the forts, because that actually gives them obviously a better chance of doing more damage to you, and you get to see if you can take bigger hits than you normally would. So anyways, the first guy has already sent a couple solo hits at me. He was sending just leaderless attacks, then he decided why not go leadered, and he went in and tried to hit me here. Again, this trap is around 220 mil at this time, so I'm running kind of a rain rally trap with basically just like 600k tier 4 infantry, and then I got like a full squad of cav in range with tier 2 and tier 4 in that as well. Keep in mind, like I said, this used to be a rally trap. Back in the day, I mean, probably not even that long ago, 2 years ago, let's say, this was actually used as a rally trap. I was able to cap people in like full mythic. I mean, at the time, full mythic stats were like mid 700s sort of thing, and I was able to cap like full rallies with tier 4 and tier 5 in them, and then obviously stuff has changed since then, and now I can't even cap a rally from like some like 500% lead for whatever reason. Like I'm doing like half the damage I used to do with this comp. But anyways, that's another thing to take a look at. But anyways, so as you can see, they are still sending hits at me. And by the way, UW, I've been in UW, so if you're watching this from UW, hello. So again, the 11k trap was on UW for a bit. We did some Doppelganger traps, which I kind of want to bring back. I haven't done that in a while. If you guys don't know what a Doppelganger trap is, it's basically when you have a count with a name, and then you have another count with pretty much the same name, and you get someone to scout the other account, and then you port it in the same spot with the same name, and they come back and try and solo you or rally you or whatever. And that's what we were doing with the 11k trap. It was working really well. It was a lot of fun, and I think I want to try it again. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so this guy is still trying to solo me. He's got me down almost 7 mil at this point, so they're doing okay. Dropping me 58k there. Yeah, you can see I think that's my tier 3 infantry at that point, or tier 2 infantry they're taking out at that point, because I do have a tiny bit of tier 2 infantry on the account. I have swapped the comp since this video, by the way. So if you guys are looking at this comp and wondering what my current comp is, it's not this comp. I actually have a bunch of tier 3 infantry in the comp as well. So basically what I did was I basically have the same comp, but I just added tier 3 infantry to the front line, and I got rid of, I think I got rid of some tier 2 cav just to knock my might down. So again, I'm sitting around like 240 mil might now, but with more tier 3 infantry just for souls and stuff like that, but it gives me a little more infantry as well. So anyways, the guy is still going at me. He's speeding in the attacks. At least he's doing the attacks properly too, because a lot of people do this just kind of like spam you with like troops, so they'll just send like 200k infantry, no fodder. At least this guy's sending in the fodder. He's not sending siege, but I mean, you're not going to walk back with a leaderless march anyways, so the siege doesn't really do much for you. It's literally actually just reducing the amount of troops you have in the march. So here comes another one. So again, this is also a great time if you want to work on your swaps and stuff like that, checking the watchtower and all that, because usually some people who are new at trapping don't have time to do that, or don't have the practice, and when you actually get in a real trapping thing, you start like panicking and missing your swaps. So now is a good time checking the watchtower, going over to where your swaps are, like actually checking what's coming in, and then swapping to the right formation, and then going to the watchtower, checking what's coming in, going to the and swapping your formation, and keep doing that sort of thing. So anyways, he's coming in again. Let's see what it is. It's gonna be range, so I'm just gonna swap over the infantry. Again, this is like I said, this is great practice because there's no stakes here. If you miss your swap, it's totally fine. You can obviously always heal if you wanted to, but if you don't want to heal, that's fine, and you're not taking any reds, so basically zero problems here, because like I said, once you get into a real situation with real attackers, that's when you actually start getting panicky, and if you're not used to checking the watchtower and then swapping your formation, you'll get into troubles. You start misclicking, and you don't actually like have that muscle memory, because that's kind of why you see, like, when I'm doing rally trapping and stuff, I'm super fast. I can counter within like 2 or 3 seconds. It's because I practiced it. It's not something that just anyone can do. It's something you got to practice and do over and over and over again. And then once you actually have the skill down, then it just becomes second nature. You're just like, check watchtower, swap, check watchtower, swap, and it will make you a much better trap, because if you can counter things, you're obviously gonna be doing much better. Obviously, in like a gangbang or a rally party situation where there's no chance of actually swapping, it doesn't matter. But if you're gonna be rally trapping, a lot of the times you're just gonna be taking singles, maybe some doubles or something like that, and your swapping speed becomes very, very important, especially if you're not throwing your gear on, because a lot of the times nowadays I don't even throw my gear on. I just try to counter the rallies, as long as the lead isn't like a max to counter or anything like that. I'm just swapping to checking the watchtower, swapping my formation. Once they have the counter on, a lot of times, like I said, I won't even throw the gear on, or even if I'm solo trapping, a lot of times I won't throw the gear on if I have the counter off, because I know I won't be taking up damage. I know they won't be walking back. I know my comps well enough to know that. Obviously, there are still people who will walk back with me without my gear on, so I got to be careful about them, but normally, I kind of know they have over 100 castle stars. If there's under 100 castle stars, I honestly, as long as I get the counter off, I don't have to worry about it. So now he's doing the old self gangbang where he's sending 3 marches in at a time. Let's see what happens here. You can see I'm down actually quite a bit since he has sent so many troops at me at this point. I'm down to 208. I don't think I'm actually sitting in my war gear either. I think I might be just sitting in my construction gear, so that is happening. But yeah, you can see he's still doing a decent amount of damage here, especially in these like gangbang situations. He did 0 damage that time. 0 damage on that one too. What is he sending here? Oh, that's why. Now that he's actually stopped sending his fodder, you can see what happens. He starts doing 0 damage to me, because my marches start taking out his troops pretty much before they even like do any damage to my troops. It's like literally like one volley of my range and all his cav gets taken out. So that's why fodder is so important if you're ever attacking people, because it does actually reduce the amount of damage your troops are taking, because my troops are now using volleys to hit 1 troops instead of like your whole like squad. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, fodder is just like filling up the extra squads that are there. So anyways, looks like someone else is coming in here. It's going to be Kanakali. I don't know how to say that name. Canical. Canical's coming in here with a cav blast. Didn't really do much damage. Again, 250 is not going to do much. That did 5,000. Or wait, this was the actual. Wait, that's still Shark's attack. Where's Canical? There's Canical's attack. Let's take a look here. He did 10,000 damage. There you go. Again, he only sent 1 squad of fodder, so if he sent another squad, he probably would have did a little bit more, but again, probably not too much if you're sending a 250 at me. Again, even at 208, this account is pretty strong. So I am down a little bit of infantry now, because I did take some tier 4 infantry like injuries because I was sitting in infantry for so long. It looks like he's down to pretty much just tier 3 at this point. So he's pretty much got rid of all his tier 4 on me, and now he's getting into his tier 3 as well. So yeah, that is happening, and I think they might actually have most of the forts, because I know UW is ridiculous when they do Dragon Arena. They get like 60 or 70 people to their Dragon Arenas, which is a lot more than we did during this Dragon Arena. I think we had like half that, so they were obviously beating us up pretty badly at this point. But because they are beating us up, this is when you actually get more attacks, because again, they start getting bored because there's not much to do, so they start looking for targets to hit. and they just have a bunch of extra marches and a bunch of troops to do that, and that's what's going on here. And he's just literally just spamming me with all his marches. Again, I've literally just stopped countering at this point, because he's literally just he's doing the thing where you just send all your troops at somebody, and these marches do like negative damage at this point, because yeah, you can see they're doing like 1,000 damage. That one 4,000, 4,000. Again, any range hits he's sending at me will do a little bit of damage, just because my lack of infantry on this account. And I am sitting in range. I'm not sitting in range wedge on this account, I'm sitting in range foul. That's what I used to sit in, just because I had a lack of infantry, and a ranged attack would do too much damage if I was sitting in range wedge, so I didn't do that. But nowadays I can't do that because the counter and like everything's changed. So anyways, so it looks like an infantry blast coming in here. I did miss my swap on that one, but again, it's Dragon Arena, who gives a crap if you miss your swap? And again, that wasn't even a leadered one, so did only 82k to me there in my range. Quite a bit of infantry, or tier 5 in that one. It was mostly tier 5, 175, 75. Wasn't a 375k blast though, so let's take a look here. I know the rally gets started pretty soon here. Let's see who's speeding up. It looks like a leader to infantry blast. Just gonna go cav wedge here. It doesn't really matter. I could go cav foul or wedge against infantry blast. There you go, capped. So again, I might have healed up a little bit here, because I am at 209, so maybe I just healed some little bit of troops here, just so I had some extra ones, because I was hoping to get some rallies out of this too, because in Dragon Arena, I honestly, as a solo trap, want to take rallies. I actually don't want to take solos, because I know I can take solos. I've tested this account with maxed accounts. I don't really care about solos. I want to take some rallies and see how I do against the rallies on the account, just so you can see. And yeah, you can see they have most of the forts, so they should have a 250 attack boost for all these attacks. So yeah, so technically someone who has a 500 blast now has a 700 blast, but we'll see how that goes. Or if someone had a 1,000 blast, now have a 1,250 blast, or etc, etc. So who is actually rallying? Oh yeah, it's Kankle again. So Kankle did solo me earlier, obviously didn't do very much damage. They what's called canceled the rally and reset, because it looks like they didn't fill the first one. It looks like they're going to fill this one, and finally I'm actually going to put on my war gear. So it looks like your range rally, so I'm just going to switch to infantry for this. Again, I don't have much infantry on the account, so range is technically my weakness, so I am asking for infantry tier 4 reinforcements, but this used to be enough to cap a rally, but nowadays not enough. So yeah, you can see I was taking all the hits before in my construction gear. My construction gear does have jewels in it, but obviously my what's called non-construction gear, my war gear, is a little bit better. So obviously putting that one on, putting back on the construction gear after, looks like I was unable to cap him, even though, yeah, like I said, this guy has like 500 blasts, but I guess because he has the but he shouldn't have that much HP and defense, because the Ancient Remains don't give HP and defense, so he really shouldn't be walking back from me. I should be able to cap this, but for whatever reason, I can't cap it anymore. I don't get it, but yeah. And honestly, my stats are better than it was when I used to cap rallies, so I'm not sure. Like, anyways, it just makes me mad, because I'm like, I should be able to cap this rally, but I can't anymore, and I'm not even close. Like, it's not even close. Yeah. And again, this is the same account with basically the same comp, but just better stats on my account. And yeah, I get, like, you can actually go check back my old videos. I was capping people in like full mythic, like cav gear and stuff like that and all that on this account, but yeah. Anyway, so he's not technically 1,000. No, that's not how this works. See, he's 500 with a 250 with a 250 boost on top of that, making him 750. He's not 750 with a 250 blast. That guy, I would maybe a 600 depending on his base stats. I don't know what his base stats are, but looking at his gear, it looks like 500 to me, honestly. 570. So yeah, there you go. Maybe he's closer to 800, but again, he doesn't have the HP and defense of an 800 blast. He only has the attack of that. So, I mean, he should be doing damage to me, but he shouldn't be walking back with so much. But anyways, and I 100% like 100% know he doesn't have full counter. Like, he probably has 30% counter like most people, but he's not going to. And here comes an actual rally lead. Anyway, so here comes a rally lead. I'm just gonna throw my war gear on early. I know Wisso here, so I know he's gonna be hitting quite hard. There's like literally zero chance I'm going to win this rally. I just want to scout him and see what he's actually sending. He was nice enough to actually what's called not have a anti on, so I know exactly what he's gonna send. So I'm just gonna sit in cab wedge and hope for the best at this point, because yeah, this is gonna be the easiest counter of my life, other than him literally PMing me and telling me what he's sending. But yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing there. So again, if you guys don't know, don't not have an anti on before you start a rally, because this is what happens. You can literally scout the person, find out exactly what they're sending, because you can see the coalition, and there it is. So it's a 1.5. I'm still not gonna be able to cap this. Guy's too strong. I think he has pack 5s and stuff like that too, so I'm probably gonna burn on this. And also I was only at 215. I wasn't fully healed, so it was actually not too bad. It was pretty close. Only lost 1.6, which is not bad at all, because that's just tier 2. Again, my rally trap takes more than that in rallies nowadays when I full counter them. So yeah, I mean, obviously against stronger leads with full rallies, but still, I would take a 1.6 all day if I was taking a rally like this, because again, when they're losing tier 4, you're only losing tier 2, and like 60 to 80% goes to your sanctuary. Like normally I would take it, and keep in mind he does have a 250 blast anyways on there. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little Dragon Arena video. We'll have some more videos coming out this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.